What's going on, YouTube? How are you? Fair Play here. Just wanted to stop by and say hello, and talk about a few things, or a thing, I guess, or two maybe. How y'all doing? I hope y'all have had a great week thus far. I am feeling really good because I got a lot of rest the past 4 days or so. And so I'm feeling extremely refreshed, as you can probably tell. What I came on here to talk about today, one of the many things that has come across my news feed, and of course I had several, like probably 100 stories to do last night on my radio show. But one of the things I want to mention right now is this little thing that happened, what, a week ago or 2 weeks ago, between Deion Warwick and the Bey Hive. Deion versus the Bey Hive. Honey, the Bey Hive and some other folks have gone in on Deion Warwick on social media, and I just cannot understand why, pray tell. Deion Warwick, let me say this. First of all, Deion Warwick is 80+ years old. That woman can say anything she want to say. You know, we may not agree with everything elderly people say, but those of us that respect the elders and respect the wisdom that they oftentimes bring, understand that when they say something, they're coming from a place of experience that they've had in their own lives. And this whole situation about them asking Deion whether or not she believes that Beyonce is an icon, she has said that Beyonce has not yet reached that status to her. And that is her personal opinion, and opinions are like buttholes. Everybody has them. I totally understand where Deion was coming from and why she said what she said. She complimented Deion. She complimented Beyonce. Said really great things about her that were true. But I agree with, for the most part, what Deion said, because being an icon and the definition of an icon is really up to the person. It's relative to the individual. It's like beauty. It's in the eye of the beholder. What I call an icon may not be what you call an icon, and vice versa. Deion Warwick, you got to remember, came up during a time when things were much harder, much more difficult. She had a whole lot more obstacles that she had to overcome in her day. You know, she was in the industry over 60 years. You know what I mean? And so back then things were very different. Opportunities were not as readily available as they are now. And so when she said she doesn't see Beyonce as an icon yet, I get it. Beyonce has never had to overcome the obstacles that Deion has had to overcome, the hurdles and the racial issues that she had to overcome, and her being a woman. All of those things were stacked against her back in those days, and that's why she named people like Gladys Knight, Patti LaBelle, Aretha Franklin, Curtis Mayfield, and yada yada, because these people came up during her era, and they were able to be successful in their own time despite the obstacles that they had to overcome. Beyonce had way more support in her household. Her father was there training her and pushing her to be the superstar that she is today. Also, Beyonce is a pop icon. Deion was R&B and blues, soul. So they're two different types of artists at that. So I get it. To me, Beyonce is not personally not an icon in my opinion either, but I do believe she is an icon to those that really love her, and those, especially this generation, people that look up to her. And the only reason I don't consider her necessarily an icon, even though I see her, I believe she's a hard-working woman, one of the hardest working black artists in the industry. She has worked for her money, and she has earned every bit of it justly. I ain't taking nothing from Beyonce. She has done her thing, honey. But unlike people like Deion Warwick and Patti LaBelle and the likes of them, Beyonce is not a natural-born singer to me. She was trained to sing, because at one point, I've been following her whole career, even since she was back on Star Search, back early 90s, late 80s. She was trained to do what she does, and she's been a good student. You know, she's had some great music teachers, and she's been a great student. But she is hardworking, can't take nothing from her. She deserves everything she get. I get why people love her. I understand it. She is an icon to many. I think she has superseded the bar. She has done so many things, but does that make her an icon to me personally? Is she somebody that I aspire to be like? Is she somebody that I look up to? No. I admire her business acumen that, you know, that we believe that she has. I admire that, but do I look up to her? Do I want to be like Beyonce? No. No, Beyonce is Beyonce and I am me. The only difference between her and me is she's rich. She's rich, and she's filthy rich, and she's married to a filthy rich man. That's a big difference. But at the same time, again, do I aspire to be like her? No, but there are a lot of people that do look up to Beyonce, and they do aspire to be like her, and I respect that, and I understand that. So I understand, but I also understand where Dionne Warwick was coming from. So y'all leave Dionne alone, okay? Dionne knew what she was saying. She meant what she said. People were taking it out of context as if she was trying to shade and throw stones at Beyonce, and they were trying to say that she's a little jealous and a little bitter. No, I don't believe that. That woman, again, is 80+ years old, okay? She doesn't even see herself on the same level of playing field as Beyonce. So, no, I don't believe it's jealousy. I don't believe it's her throwing salt. I'm pretty sure that lady's just glad to see every day that she sees in her 80+ years. You know what I'm saying? We just hope to live to be as old as Dionne has lived. Beyonce hopes to live to be as old as Dionne has lived. You know what I mean? So anyway, they need to get on up off of Dionne, honey. That lady can say anything she want to say. She's in her 80s, all right? Whether we agree with it or not, respect it. All right, y'all. I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk to y'all some about When They See Us, the new movie on Netflix that Ava DuVernay directed about the Central Park 5 men, y'all. That was an awesome, awesome movie, very well made, and boy, I cried just about throughout the whole thing. But I want to come back and I really want to do brief reviews on all 4 parts of the movie. So y'all hang tight, and I'll come back to see y'all soon. And y'all, I apologize for the glare that's on my phone. It's an overcast today, so the sun is not the problem. My phone is just a little bit raggedy because I have dropped it twice, and ever since I dropped it the last time, I've had this glare on it. So I do apologize. But anyway, until I talk to y'all later on, y'all take care, and bye-bye.